Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for, this is for the week of February 27th. We're going to jump right in here, Cancer, and we're going to see what is going on for you at this time. You have this extrovert card here, so I feel, and you have the star, so it clearly could be a week where standing out or being an extrovert, trying to get attention would be a really good idea for you. What's crazy is I'm pretty sure it was you that had this card in this Endless Possibilities card in the, this time next year readings that I just did. So, I feel that this is kind of like saying that there's some sort of opportunity that you could be needing to take advantage of in your life. And I feel like it requires you to be more of an extrovert. I feel like it requires you to be more, entertaining or more out there, and sure, we'll take it. Why not? Or this is a really good reading, Cancer. This is probably one of the better readings I've done for you. I'm pretty sure I said this to you last reading as well. So, Cancer, you could just be entering into a really solid time is what this looks like to me. But, again, with this, the kind of like the vibe that I get here is needing to be more playful, especially if you're going to be on something like YouTube, for example. It's like, go back and watch my oldest videos, right? I was super stiff. And, it's like you have to learn how to just release the feeling, right? So I feel like if you're doing anything with like entertainment or anything like that, being extroverted would be a good idea. I also feel if you want anything else like love, obviously you're gonna have to get out in public, be more, and you're gonna have to talk to a person. Believe it or not, I know it's shocking to people that, to find love, you have to talk to a person. I know, I get it, but I feel like you're gonna have to do it, especially with the star card here. The star is a card of happiness, joy, abundance, like good things coming in for you. It's a card of like hope, faith, renewal. So I do feel like some of you, there is like a lot of hope coming in for you at this time. Or it's like something is giving you hope to move forward. Something is giving you hope to find like success in life. And we even see this. It could be a new beginning with the Magician card and the Page of Pentacles. Something that you've been dreaming of with the Seven of Cups. You do have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. So I do feel like some sort of nightmare is coming to an end or is coming to a close. And I don't know, I just think that this is a good thing. It's probably something where there are fears. You have 2 sevens in your reading. To me, having 2 sevens, it represents internal fears that don't exist. So it looks to me like some of you maybe need to be a little bit more extroverted to overcome some sort of fear or challenge or difficulty or whatever you want to call it. So it looks to me like that's what you could be doing. I feel really good about this, by the way, if you're like building a business or again, if you're doing anything like YouTube, podcasting, putting something out into the world, definitely popping into my head. I mean, you have the sun as well. To me, the sun and the star together in a reading is fame and fortune. So there you go. With the star, you have the Justice card, the energy you put in and what you get back. Justice is cause and effect. So obviously, if you don't take action on things, then nothing is going to happen. But if you put energy into things that work, then the scales are going to tilt in your favor. So, to me, I've literally been saying that justice is the answer to like the rest of your life. We're entering into a time of justice, I believe, but not maybe not like how people think. I think it's more as in, pay attention to where, like the balance of energy in any situation. If you're putting energy in, getting equal or better out of any situation, love, business, or otherwise, then keep moving forward. If you're not, then something needs to change. It's like the people that pay attention to that are going to be super successful. Obviously, the people that don't are just going to be spinning their tires. Nine of Swords. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Lovers. Definitely something about love here. Again, there's a need to open up here, Cancer, I feel, about love. And it's like, I don't really have any good examples as always, but it's like, I get tons of comments from people who are like, how dare you suggest that I go talk to someone that I'm interested in? I'm like, okay, well, then you're just going to be single. I don't care. It affects me, right? So it's like, I have no sympathy for that. People always say to me, like, I was hurt in the last one, and so I want love, but I'm not going to approach this next one. I'm like, well, you're only hurting yourself again, and you're allowing a past person to control your life now, when they're not even in your life any longer. So, what I would say here is there's like something about love and maybe love has been a nightmare for you, but I feel like there could be new love if you want it. Obviously, if you don't want love, this is not for you. I also feel for all of you, even if you do want love, that the Lovers can be like a new path that is being kind of like opening up for you. And to me, you have that endless possibilities card, which the Seven of Cups is basically endless possibilities. So there's like a new possibility opening up for you in your life that I think is going to set you free. With the Seven of Pentacles, I knew this was going to happen. You have these Seven of Swords, 2 sevens, internal fears don't exist. There's some sort of fear that needs to be overcome here. It could be about being extroverted, like we already talked about. It could be about needing to talk to a person as well. It could be anything. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this endless possibilities card. It's not something like huge unexpected going on here. I think it's like a small thing where you're being presented with a new path. It's very clear to me, especially because you have the Lovers, you have the Seven of Cups, and the World. The World is about like being born into a new world. The World also is the end of the major arcana, and when we reach the end, we always start over again as the Fool. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like just saying you're reaching the end of something and now you're being presented with new opportunities. Not only that, you have this groundhog spirit coming up next. In the groundhog spirit, groundhogs that have multiple chambers in their burrows. So it represents going from like one stage of life to another stage or having a rebirth or something like that. And so I feel for a lot of you that it's kind of like there's an exit popping up here in your life. I don't know how else. It's not really an exit though. I think it's more of just something that you didn't see before path or a path that you didn't see before. Let's put it that way. You have the Seven of Cups, the World, and the King of Cups. I do feel like you could be attracting another water sign here with the King of Cups, and I do feel like it could be from a distance as well because you have the World card, so there might be travel involved or there might need to be travel here, which I do think, is definitely possible if you want it. It could also be an earth sign I'm getting here as well, which I'm pretty sure that's what you've been getting in these readings. But I feel like this person has very deep emotions. I think they will lead to a lot of happiness in your life, and I say that because you have the Four of Cups, so again, it really tells me that you've been disappointed in the recent past, and then you have the Sun, which tells me that this person will make you very happy. We also have this right here with the Hangman, and it could be a Pisces, but I really feel that it's just saying that there could be some delays in getting to this person, and obviously, if it's long distance, then that could lead to some delays. But I really feel, whatever this is, I feel there's a new path. And picking the new path is going to lead to a lot of victories for you here with this, World card, obviously. So I like to see that. I also feel that, again, I get this feeling of just new possibilities that just maybe didn't exist before for whatever reason. It's like maybe you've been stuck at a job, but maybe there's new jobs that are becoming available. So you finally get these new opportunities. That's the type of feeling I get here. Same thing with love. It's like maybe you lived in the middle of nowhere and now you're like moving to a city. There's going to be a lot more opportunity for love. So I really see this more. That Seven of Cups I just see as you having attracted a bunch of new opportunities in your life for whatever you want, which, can be a little difficult, actually. It can be harder when we have more options, because then there's like more options, there's more things to choose from. So let's see. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups. Definitely could be your person if you're finding love here. I'll tell you what, Ten of Cups is like happy home, happy family. Ten of Cups is your happily ever after in general, so there could be a very happy connection coming in for some of you. With the World, you have the Hermit. Could be a Virgo coming in for you. Could be any sign, of course. But what I would say here is that I feel like someone needs to kind of reveal themselves to the other person. It could be you, because there's clearly some fears here. But, take how it resonates. It could be this person. If there's like a person who's, your secret admirer or something, they might need to open up. I also see this as a great accomplishment because the World represents an accomplishment. The Hermit, he has climbed to the top of a mountain and he is shining his inner light, which kind of represents an accomplishment. He's having an accomplishment. So I feel like there could be like some sort of big accomplishment that you're having here, and it looks really good. With the King of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Yes, spoiled for choice and love, for sure. I would pick the, I think we should pick whoever we want to pick. Let me make that very clear. But I feel like there's going to be a person where there's like a very deep emotional connection. I feel like they're very open, honest, but again, a very deep emotional connection. And that seems to me like if you're spoiled for choice in love, I feel like you'll go towards that person. Let's put it that way. Next, for the information you need to hear right now, you have this groundhog spirit. It says time to let go. Again, I feel like you're just letting go of one stage of life going to the next. It's like you're moving to the next stage in your burrow, right? And we even have the World, which says you're entering into a new world. So it looks to me like you're making a change. It's pretty crazy. If you have Pisces in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Pisces, I would definitely watch that reading, because it's like a lot of similarities here going on, but if not, then don't bother. But what I would say here is, again, I feel like you're letting go of past situations. You have this magician here, and again, even the magician can represent reinvention. Normally, it's kind of hard to see on this card, but normally the magician has a snake wrapped around his waist, and it represents the Ouroboros, which represents a reinvention. And you have so many cards of rebirth here that you could literally be becoming a new person here, Cancer. And it's like, whatever you're becoming, I see a lot of success, and you've definitely attracted this. Seven of Cups twice. It's like Seven of Cups, he's imagining those cups above his head. It's almost as if he's manifested the things in those cups, or he's trying to manifest the things in those cups. So you could be manifesting a lot of options. You have the Hangman here, and I like this Hangman because he's kind of like thawing out. It looks like he was like frozen, but now it's like springtime. This flower is popping up here, and he's about to be set free. So I feel for a lot of you that it's like you're being set free here, or you're kind of setting yourself free just in general in life, and you're moving forward. Clearly, it's also interesting that you have the sun right here. So it's like the sun could thaw out the ice. The Hermit is normally standing at the top of a mountain, and his feet are frozen. And so, it kind of looks to me like you could be making some forward movement here. I think you need to just kind of get moving here a little bit. Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of contemplation and apathy. But, I always say that the Four of Cups is a card where it's like she has the Four Cups in front of her, but she's not looking at them on this, right? And same thing with like a traditional Four of Cups as well. So to me, it's a card that says you have the ingredients necessary to be very successful at this time, or to create something that you want to create in life. But I always say that, it's like trying to manifest a cake. The guy's trying to manifest a cake. He has the flour, sugar, and eggs, but he needs to mix them all together. And I kind of get that energy for you, where it's like there's something you want at this time. Could be anything. Could be love, business, or whatever. And I feel like the only thing that's missing is just mixing all the ingredients together. It's like everything is there right in front of you, right? So don't be afraid to, make this change or do whatever you got to do. With the Magician, you have the King of Swords. You could be attracting a very wise, like, older person, someone, and, this person could be, like, I kind of get that vibe for you, Cancer, where you could be, maybe you're attracting a person, or you are attracted to a person, maybe, who is, like, a little bit intense or a little bit intimidating, right? King of Swords people can be, like, a little bit serious, and you're, like, maybe you're not sure where you stand with this person, so that's only going to be for some of you. For others, I just feel you could be attracting a mature person. Again, gender doesn't matter. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Wands. It's like the final push is what I feel here, Cancer. Ten of Wands is a card of being burdened. Normally he's carrying those 10 wands, but he's about to reach his village in the background, or his home. So he's about to have a harvest. I always say that the Ten of Wands says, like, don't give up now. You're about to release your burdens. So I would keep pushing forward, especially for those of you who are working on any like projects that seem like they're just dragging out. I feel like you're almost at the end. With the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. It's also a card of desire. So I feel there could be a person coming in for you where there is a ton of desire. It's also a card that says out with the old, in with the new. Like, literally every single part of this reading is saying that there's some sort of rebirth type transformation going on here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, no matter what shows up here, it's going to be positive. You have this card that says work through your feelings. So again, I feel like there could be a person who you will have or do have very deep feelings for. And again, I think it's a good thing. It's not like a bad thing. So there you go. You have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Sun card. I feel that there needs to be communication, but I also feel this is the good stuff. So there probably will be communication between you and a new person here. It could be long distance. This person might be a little protective. It's kind of interesting that she has this giant bag of money on this Page of Pentacles here, right above my finger. So I don't know. I feel like some of you could be meeting a person with money, but they might be a little bit, that could be the reason why maybe they're like a little bit not very open at first. So again, if you're meeting a new person, you might be meeting a person who, I don't think they're standoffish. I feel like they're just protective. Let's put it that way. And again, take it how it resonates. This could be you. Maybe you are used to people using you for money, or it could be using you for other things as well. And so I feel you're maybe being a little bit protective of that. And again, I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. just think, it's perfectly fine. I also feel that there is something in this reading about kind of like knowledge. King of Swords, Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. So if you're trying to be successful in any area of your life, I always say that the Page of Pentacles is a really good card for learning how to be successful at something. And I know that sounds very simple, but it is that simple. If you are trying to be more successful in business, learn something about it. If you do, you'll be more successful. You have the Ten of Cups. So again, you could be meeting a person clearly where you will be having a family with this person. Ten of Cups is like happily ever after, happy home, happy family. So I do feel there could be a very happy connection coming in for you. I also feel that some of you could just be experiencing fortune after difficulty. Like if you've been going through a difficult period of time, the Ten of Cups can just represent kind of the release of that energy. And we kind of saw that with the Ten of Wands, coming up right next to it. It seems to me like you could be releasing some burdens, or you could be receiving something that you've been hoping to receive for a long time. I get a lot of warmth, obviously, from your reading, and definitely with the sun. I feel that there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you. But if there's a person coming in for you, I really feel that this person could provide a lot of warmth in your life, or just a lot of happiness. I feel like they're very fair as well. It's interesting. Some of you, it's almost like you could be dealing with a famous person. Obviously, that's not going to be true for all of you, but Sun and the Star, again, Sun and the Star in a reading to me is fame and fortune. It could just be a very, well-known person in your area, or just a very successful person as well. But I feel with that Justice card, they're very fair, which obviously that's a good thing. I also feel like you could be getting a lot of attention. Again, any of you who want, I'm telling you right now, if you want to work in social media, if you want to just get more positive attention, Pluto and Aquarius, I've been preaching this forever, that I think that everyone should try to get as much positive attention as they possibly can right now. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is all about the teamwork. So I feel like they're totally down to like work on a team with you. As far as a relationship is concerned, if that's what you want. For others, I do feel like you're being recognized for your work. Again, Sun and the Star, it doesn't have to be like famous. You could be getting a raise at work for doing a good job. Again, it can just represent positive attention. So I feel for a lot of you, there's some sort of positivity coming in through attention. So it could be like getting a raise for doing a good job. It could be like getting a bonus for doing a good job. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. If you want to get a raise or a promotion, focus on quality, right? With the Ten of Cups, you have the Sun. There you go. Are you kidding me? This is a good reading here, Cancer. Definitely a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Again, if you're attracting a person you have a family with, this looks really, really good for that type of energy. And with the Sun, you have the Knight of Cups. Are you kidding? There you go. Knight in shining armor coming in for you, for sure. Someone who sweeps you off your feet. I really do feel if you're attracting a person, this person could be an extrovert as well. You have that extroverted card. It's kind of weird because they pop into my head as they might be like an introverted extrovert. Let's put it that way. They might be, at times they might be very introverted, but I feel like when they kind of like warm up to people or a person, they're very extroverted type of energy here. They do have like a serious side to them. I get a very serious energy off of that King of Swords. He's looking at me very seriously. So I don't know. They have a very serious, intense energy about them. It's almost like concentration. It's like if you've ever, I don't know if you've ever like worked with a person where it's like when they're working, they're super serious. I kind of get that energy here. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. You might work with this person. That's why I'm saying this. And that could be what stands out to you, is that they're super serious or super focused. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Cancer, and see like what else wants to come up here. You have this adaptability card. I mean, it's kind of annoying because this card just keeps coming up right now. Until April, I would say, well, really for the rest of your life, I would just be adaptable. Meaning that if like one way to do something in your life doesn't work, try something else. It's just a sign of the times, just that simple. You have this principal card. Yeah, I do feel like you could be attracting a person who has a backbone. Maybe you're not used to that in a relationship. Like, I feel like that you're attracting a person who stands up for their beliefs, and they don't let people walk all over them. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but I feel like you're attracting a person of principle, right? It's like they have certain, and I think that's very attractive to you maybe in this situation, because it's like maybe your past partners will let you walk all over them and this person doesn't. Maybe vice versa. I don't know. But, take it how it resonates. But there's something about principles here. Next, you have the Harmony card. There is clearly like peace and harmony coming in for you. This card looks like the sun. There is the sun up here, and you have the sun twice. So like I was saying, a lot of balance. This is also the sun in Libra. And so you have the Justice card. I would really pay attention. It's like you and Capricorn, your opposite sign, always get this in your readings, but I would really pay attention to that give and take, not just in love. I'm talking about in business, in work. Even if you're retired, it could be your daily routine or whatever. It's like, are you doing things that are wasting your time? And then, like, what things give back to you? Do more. I don't think life has to be perfect. I always tell people, it's like, you don't have to, it doesn't even have to be 100% of the time, but like for a majority of the time, for 51% of the things that you do every single day, can you make sure that that 1% extra is giving back to you? Can you make sure that you're doing more of what gives to you energetically is what I would say here. If you do that, I feel like you're going to create a lot of harmony. People always love to leave me comments and say how obvious this advice is. And I'm always like, why aren't you doing it? It's like, it's not that obvious, number one. And I see people every single day that do things that are wasting their time. Right? So, and it's like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do those things either, because it's like there are plenty of things that maybe they waste our time, but maybe they provide us a lesson or they teach us something, right? But just for the most part, can you lean a little bit more in that positive direction? You have this excitement card. I feel like you will be very excited by this person. I kind of feel like you want to rush. It's like maybe you want things to move forward faster with this person. I don't know, take how it resonates, but there is a lot of excitement here. I think it's going to go well, clearly. You have this convention card, and so I feel for some of you could be attracting a very conventional connection, meaning maybe it's like traditional or, whatever, it doesn't matter. But what I would say is that I don't like this card right now. To me, Pluto and Aquarius, it's like convention is like the enemy of progress. So I think we need to be trying new things in life just in general. But overall, really good reading here, Cancer. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.